Welcome to our Wednesday Moment of Hope. Now, since Becky and I have been back in Poland, we joined the Poland Historical Society. I've rarely been able to make the meetings, but we've often taken part in their programs. They provide some wonderful insight, not only into history of Poland, but at times the entire Mahoning Valley. Now, I've always loved history, and I believe that it's important to know history to better be able to vision for our future. To know where we have been helps us to set a direction for where we need to go. I believe this is true for communities, for businesses, for schools, for churches, and just life in general. History is important. Now, last week, I was one of the speakers on the walking tour of Riverside Cemetery. At some of the older graves, the men were dressed in Civil War uniforms and the women in long dresses and bonnets. They were sharing stories of people born, some of them nearly 200 years ago. I was dressed in just today's clothing because I was an author reading about what was written about one of the men who lived to be 100 years old. Now, I enjoyed being a part of this, and I believe everyone who came enjoyed themselves as well. However, spending a few hours in the cemetery and looking over a multitude of headstones caused me to ponder. I realized that no one really knew the backstories of the vast majority of people who were buried there. But just because their stories aren't known doesn't mean their lives weren't important. Every single person there had people who loved them and people whom they loved. And each and every one of them made a bigger impact on others than I'm certain they even realized. This is true for all of us. Now, we're currently living through some difficult times. We've had the pandemic and political tensions and now inflation, and life just seems rough. But in that cemetery, I realized that, all people in every generation went through some difficult times. But no matter what, we can still love. So, let's never give up hope, and let's keep loving. And let's be remembered for our hope and our love, and not just for any difficulties that we might be currently enduring. This will lift our spirits and the spirits of all those around us. Have a blessed day today.